environment in the plant. So those are the kind of solutions which have moved towards the cloud, which I think makes sense from a small and medium enterprise perspective. So those offerings are also available.
Thank you. Sorry.
Yeah, okay. General Electric has come, this what's called industrial internet, internet, where, nowadays you have in machines less of metal, more of code, more of software code and all.
Correct.
So they have this predictive, when it predicts when the there is going to be downtime in the machine and all that stuff. Having said that, they do advanced maintenance of it so that to prevent such unplanned downtime. That's one. And secondly, also Google has invested a lot in this Boston Dynamics robotic one, and which controls all this thermostats, heating systems in various residential homes and all that. So I find a lot of convergence of software and hardware now.
Yeah. It is. That's how Cisco is also transitioning. Like, the first thing about Cisco, you think about Cisco is networking company, right? So we have transitioned. Today Cisco, yes, we started off as a networking company 30 years back, but today if you look at the various solutions that we are talking, whether it's our, even within our enterprise networking space, there are a lot of innovations which has happened on the software side. Whether you are talking about our collaboration business unit or our Internet of Everything business unit, it's all about software. It's all about what is touching your life, is all about business apps. As I said, you are not buying a technology, you are dealing with applications. It's all about, end of the day, it's all about software. So industry has come to a point where there is a convergence today of hardware and software. That exactly is what is the Internet of Everything. Until unless there is a convergence of hardware and software, we are not in a position to recognize any of these smart manufacturing solution or any other smart solutions that we are talking, where people, process and data are touching with each other.
Driverless cars, for example.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
Vice President Operation, hardcore manufacturing guy. So till now there is a tremendous gap between hardcore manufacturing and wireless technology. I'll explain. We are manufacturing crankshaft for all OEMs, supplying 100% to Daimler, Caterpillar, MAN. Every second we are generating tremendous data related to manufacturing processes, then production data, quantity-wise, quality data, equipment data. But all this data is just either in written form or in some messages stored in equipment. And unless until somebody goes there and analyzes that, it is very difficult to come on dashboard. So we are looking for this digital manufacturing in the way our chairman's vision is to implement Industry 4.0.
Yeah.
We should not be lagging with European manufacturers or industries.
Yeah.
So there is a gap. So we want to know how we can proceed in this point of view.
Sure. I think we are already in touch with you, sir, right? My colleague Prasad.
Yeah, in fact, we've been in touch with your team actually. We've given a presentation on basically how to automate or get the real-time information from all your PLCs and systems which are there already in place. And I think we've given a proposition from a POC perspective also. Maybe Swapnil can add a little more to it.
You mean this?
Yeah. Very rightly said that there is a host of data which is coming in from the machine and that needs to be analyzed. So the whole idea that we have proposed to your team is that while you cannot really make everybody become smarter, you can churn the data and then present the data across to the people who are managing the equipment so that they can on a real-time basis act intelligently. So first is that you are making your workforce smarter by giving them a processed data, first of all. Second is that you are having a real-time visibility of your plant in terms of if the machine was down for say last 10 minutes or 5 minutes, what was the reason? What was the real-time issue that was there and how it is addressed? Also coming to questions like what is the loss that the plant has made in the last 10 minutes or say 15 minutes because of some process. And if that process continues, what is the kind of loss it's going to make if that process continues? So everything on a real-time basis while the data has been coming in. But churning and qualifying the data and then presenting it across to the decision makers right from the shop floor to the top floor to take the decision on the right time to increase the various parameters like your OEE, the productivity, And it also gives you real-time predictive maintenance analysis and all that. So that kind of a system is already being proposed, and very soon we are going to do a POC at your plant with such kind of a system. As we just spoke about, it's more of a convergence of the hardware and the software. The data is being taken directly from the machines.
Yeah.
So there's just a write data and churn it in a manner wherein it's most useful to the team.
We also automated robotics.
You want to have with the next
Yes,
one.
yes.
Excellent. That's a vision.
Yeah.
Awesome. So just wanted to add what my colleague Sapnil said. And does it answer your question?
Yeah.
Okay. So basically what we are trying to do, and this is across all the other customers who are sitting. So today if you look at Cisco solution, we are just not giving, as I said, yes, we do come across as a player in the infrastructure space, but we have a larger ecosystem whom we collaborate in terms of enabling their applications and powering their applications through our infrastructure. So just to give you an analysis, like everywhere we talk about data, right? You spoke about 3 types of data: process, production, and what's the third data? Quality data, right? Now the first step is storing the data, right? Okay, so Cisco comes in that space in terms of enabling that, okay, from an infrastructure angle, okay. Second is, once you store the data, you need to retrieve the data faster, right?
Yeah.
Okay, once you retrieve the data, then you need to look at some real-time analytics, fast real-time analytics. And thereafter, you need to look at in terms of how you can put those analytics in a dashboard format, which is the visualization analytics. So it's in all this ecosystem, okay, Cisco along with our partners like SAP for that matter, okay, SAP HANA for that matter, and there are various other application vendors who have worked with Cisco in terms of making sure that their applications is powered by Cisco infrastructure. Just to give you an example, like today, just on the technical side, today there's customers doesn't store data in the database. Do you store data in the database anymore?
No.
Yeah. So you store data where?
It's in PC or...
No, it's in a technology called in-memory platform. Correct? Now, what is the in-memory platform as a technology? That gives you much headroom in terms of storing the data. And when it comes to analytics, when someone has to go and fetch that data faster, in-memory platform helps you in terms of fetching that data faster. So SAP HANA is all about an in-memory platform. So we have integrated SAP HANA along with our UCS hardware, right? So when it comes to UCS infrastructure, where you sit in SAP HANA or any other analytics software that you would like to use, whether it's Splunk or Platfora or any other like SAP HANA, there are various other analytics software. So what our infrastructure does, it only helps the data to scale horizontally and vertically, right? So it increases operational efficiency, it reduces the cost for you as a customer of not to buying more hardware. Okay? So there are various benefits which you as a customer get. So we can sit down and drive all those benefits and deliver a POC to your satisfaction.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Discussion on making the shop floor smart for manufacturers. The moderator is Mr. Manish Kulkarni, Executive Director for BDP India. Manish, all yours, and maybe we'll start with a small introduction of all the panelists.
Absolutely. And before that, I would like to say a few words. As I see across this room, because it's not exactly a round table, I see people from across the manufacturing sector around Pune. We have people from automation to automobiles, valves to vehicles, and also from electronics to engines. And collectively, in Thankar, we may be having 400 man-years of experience sitting here. And I must compliment Cisco for organizing this and driving this, because the output of this discussion, friends, will guide us to know where we are in terms of going smart, in terms of having a smart manufacturing and smart shop floor, and also where we are leading to. And with Cisco's experience across the globe, we'll also know what are the need gaps and pain areas which could be addressed. So before we begin, I would just like to make a small announcement to keep your mobile phones on flight mode, because even in vibration mode it gives the signal and disturbance. And participate in this roundtable wholeheartedly. This is open to all. This is not a panel actually. It's good that we don't call it a panel, because panel means the Arnab Goswami show where no one else speaks but you. So it's good that we have called this as a roundtable. So can we start with Mr. Gangadhar? Just a small introduction. We of course know your name, we have company name, just a small intro. So we'll have this round of introductions. Thanks.
As I said, I'm Gangadhar from Forbes Marshall. I'm Director Operations for one of the business groups which is called the Control Instrumentation Group. We have two major activities, team engineering and control instrumentation. So I had the operations for control instrumentation. Strictly speaking, we are a SME, and we cover products from boilers to maybe sensors, electronic sensors, control valves, controlling elements, controllers, DCS, so it's a wide spectrum of product that we have. An engineering company which is more into engineer to order kind of products. So we typically well in large variety, low volumes. So for us, automation and making sure that we are able to meet our customers' expectations in terms of being able to match with their requirements, the products that we supply. I think there's a huge role for all this automation and the systems and processes that can make sure that what we deliver is indeed what the customer expects.
So right, maybe I'm the only foreigner here. I'm from Japan and representing Sharp India Limited. We have about 30 years experience here, manufacturing. But as a level, corporation is a giant electronics manufacturer. But here in India, it is one of the SMEs actually. And we are making some numbers of LCD TVs as well as room air conditioners. And I thank Mr. Kulkarni from VDV to invite me for this occasion. We don't have any connection with Cisco, but I was just interested in the topic. Thank you.
Hello, good evening. I am Rahul Kale from Virgo Immersion. I am heading operation domestic at Virgo Hinjali, and we are in manufacturing of ball valves and automations for oil and gas. So we are doing domestic as well as export business in ball valve and as well as in control valves. Thank you.
Good evening. My name is Dilip Hasan. I am the unit head of Apollo Tyres Pune plant Bangalore. We are into manufacture of butyl tubes and ladders. So I have been with this company for the past 25 years.
Thank you. Good evening. This is Shrikant Vairagi. I work for Tremec, which is a part of Kuo Group. It's a $2.2 billion headquartered in Mexico City, Mexico. Tremec is about 250 million business vertical. We are into automotive. We are top transfer specialists. In India, we're just a 3-year-old organization, so it's a baby. And we make automotive gearboxes in India, in Chakan plant. It's a Chakan Talegaon Road. 100,000 square feet facility, about 100 employees right now, and supplying to Ashok Leyland Nissan Vehicles Limited. Thank you.
Hello. My name is Shishir Walensper, working in Bharat Forge. We are manufacturing variety of forgings and doing machining for that. My division, MCD Group, we manufacture crankshaft from forging to fully packed and ready to use in various heavy duty vehicles. We have automated lines, and the challenge is now to convert all these automated lines to manless line. So that's why we are looking for with Cisco and various other players. Thanks Manish for organizing this and inviting me for you. Thank you.
Good evening to all of you. Thanks, Mr. Manish at the outset for inviting me. I'm Sangamnath Dige. I'm heading the Pune plant for commercial vehicle. We make utility vehicles. You must have heard Sumo, Safari, Storm, Aya, range of vehicles. We also make LCVs, which are from 4 tonner to 7 tonners. We make ICV and MCV range of products, which takes from 9 tonner to 25 tons. Most of you would be aware of this Tata plant in Pimpri. It's almost a turnover of around 18,000 crores. We have a footprint of operators and staff coming into the plant of almost 14,000 every day. It's a very complex setup. We have a heavy integration starting from foundry to machining to making transmissions, engines, as well as vehicle assemblies. It's a very complex setup, and we extensively use various mechanisms to foolproof our processes and quality data collection through IT intervention, and also manage our inventories and manage our productivity. Thank you. It's a pleasure to be here amongst all of you. Thank you.
Inviting me.
Hello.
I'm with Kirloskar. I'm a technical advisor to the entire Kirloskar group of companies, Kirloskar Oil Engines, Kirloskar Pneumatics, Kirloskar Motors, etc. And I chair the committee which is known as the technical committee of the entire group, especially in the manufacturing areas. Now, Oil Engines is making engines, as you know, Kirloskar Brothers, we are in pumps, we have foundries, we have 7 plants, 4 plants are outside the country now. Kirloskar Pneumatic is in compressors, transmission, etc. So our interaction throughout the group is very good through this manufacturing engineering committees. As I heard that most of the companies must be collecting a lot of data. We are also collecting a lot of data. And to make use of the data and analyze it and take the benefit out of it is, I think, our little weakness, I would say. Because very recently, we have gone into the 3D printing technology in a very big way, in the sense that we have the world's biggest machine available. We are using it for production. These machines were till now used as a prototyping machine. And as I said, the new technology, etc., we are going to the direction of digitized foundry, starting from design to getting the castings out of the foundry. In this, I think we'll have to have some sort of help we need from people like Cisco, and I would request you to visit us, or we'll send our people to you to help us out. Thank you very much.
I had the business development for Internet of Everything in Cisco. So first of all, I think it's a great opportunity for us to have such an august gathering of such experienced attendees. So just to put simply for you, my role is to make technology relevant for the business, especially on the core operation and the operation technology side, because you may be knowing Cisco as a player on the IT side, but I just want to clarify that the terms like IoT or IoE may have emerged recently, but Cisco has more than 10 years of experience working with the operational technology of large manufacturing companies globally as well as in India. And we have been delivering solutions on the, earlier it was called as industrial networking, but now with the advent of data, big data analytics, it has kind of evolved into Internet of Everything. Thanks.
Thank you, Vinay. My name is Manish Kulkarni and I work for BTP India Private Limited, which is a 27 years old business consulting organization having in-house market research capabilities, and we work with organizations to grow their sales through the market research route?
Thanks, Manish. My name is Tithankar Mitra. I head the complete sales for West for Cisco, based in Bombay. It's really exciting to get under one roof all the customers. Never get this opportunity, right? And I think, as my colleague Vinay said, that Cisco has touched the lives of industrial engineering years and years back. And the ecosystem that we have built is very, very formidable today. Not only globally, but also across India. There are partners in the industrial automation space. There are partners in physical safety and security. There are partners in surveillance space. Intent of everything, as I said, it's just, it's going to be way and means of life. We are talking about next 5 years, 50 billion objects talking to each other. That's humongous, right? As customers, as technology vendor, technology OEM partner with all of you, we have a tremendous opportunity to join hands and drive customer value and make a difference to every sphere of life, whether I'm using a washing machine or whether I want to switch on